so that when we come together, it'll be a whole lot easier and something for you to use even in your home practice. Great, I see the recording. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the tune. And I'll chant one time and then I'll play the tune a couple of more times, just for you to have it on recording. Does anybody have anything that they wanted to mention or ask me at this point?
I have a question.
Is that you, Mary Beth?
Yes.
Okay.
You say you usually use this at the beginning or the end of your class. And it's how would you introduce it in a sentence?
Yes, perfect. Thank you. That's such a great question. So in the beginning of the class, the one that we just started, we used a different invocation. So I would have everyone take a moment to find their breath, and I would start with Om, chanting Om together. And then I would then announce that we're going to lead an invocation to call in the great gurus. Initially, if it's a class where you aren't sure if students are there all the time, I always would leave printouts of the different mantras that you're going to use. And I think it's really nice when people let them take it with them, if you have enough for people to take with them.
Mm-hmm. Can get my hands out.
And I play with harmonium, but I've seen this specific mantra done without instrument at all, because it's more of a chant that you can do without melody behind it. And I don't want to talk too much about chords and things like this, which I'll be doing on our next chant. But this one is easily done without a instrument. And the other thing that I've seen people do if they have, no expertise with instruments, which is how I started as well, is just to use egg shakers, because just combining, it's almost like asana, it's combining the movement. You're shaking, you're bringing your body together so that the mantra and the heart and the body asana is at one. So we're using our voice and also combining our body with playing something, whether it's clapping our hands or shaking an egg shaker. It's just having everything resonate with the syllables, the powerful syllables of the mantra.
So can you do the mantra for us without the instrument, please? What?
Yes, I can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And there's two ways you can do it when you have your instrument, because you always carry your instrument of voice with you. So I'll do it in the minor version, the one that we just did. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshvara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. And so if I was to do this in a call and response style, I would start off just the first line. So for example, I'll say Guru Brahma, and then hand it over. Guru Vishnu,
Guru Vishnu,
Guru Devo Maheshvara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. And so once you learn this chant, you can turn it into your own song. There's so many melodies that you can learn or create. And that's really one of the beauties of the bhakti practice, is that once you have the words in your memory, your own melody sort of comes to you on your own. And it's really a beautiful thing to have. That's why you'll see so many different chanting albums, and you'll recognize the words, but everyone has their own way of singing it. It's almost like your guru comes through with finding your power of voice as well. It's however it sticks to you. So another way is let's see, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshvara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So it literally just comes to you as you get to know the words better. Did I get to answer your question enough, Mary Beth? Okay, great. Anyone else? I'm on my phone, so I have to scroll through to see everybody. Is it okay to move on to another really simple one? Okay. Juliana, can you scroll down to Jema? I think, or maybe it's there.
It's there.
Okay, perfect. So JJ Ma is so short and so sweet and so powerful. And I feel like it is one of the chants that you can just throw around during practice. You know, especially after or during sun salutation, when you're on the ground and you're in Cobra, if you just shout out like a Jai Ma, Jai Ma, giving victory to Mother Earth, kissing the ground, giving victory to the ground that supports us and gives us the foundation of all of our asana. It's a really simple one to tap into. And a lot of people will say Jai Ma after they give a speech, you know, or they say something really powerful in their yoga class. And there's also a way to sing it, which I'll go ahead and do a short one right now. But has anybody ever heard Jai Ma? Or some people also say Jai for victory. Okay, awesome. So I tend to use it quite a bit. Oops. Quite a bit, just because it's easy to say, and a lot of people can say it without reading anything. This one is going to be delivered more in a kirtan style. So just because it is so short, I won't necessarily need to do it so much as the Guru Mantra. So I'll go ahead and play some chords, and I'm gonna also now introduce the term bolo. Bolo means sing, your turn, something like this. You sing now. So you'll hear me say it initially to signify that it's now your turn to sing. And I found that if you can just tell students that in the beginning, they'll jump right in, especially with something that's as easy as Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Bolo. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Bolo. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. So that is a super short and easy one that I really think is something that I've seen better used at the end of class. It's easy to sing, you don't need an instrument, and just because you did ask me about Guru Mantra without instrument, I wanted to also give an example of how Jai Ma it sounds without an instrument. So this would be kind of like your last phase of class, and perhaps even during Shavasana, you can introduce it. And just a sweet little way of saying, thank you, Mother Earth, thank you, Pachamama, you've held us during this practice. We adore you, we love you, we give thanks to you. Victory to JJ, Victory to JJ. JJ Ma. JJ Ma. And just kind of close it and wind down in this way. So how do you guys feel about that one? Okay.
I like the simplicity of it, like the simplicity of the, like a, just if everyone's, it's making everyone feel good.
Right, yeah. I'm so glad you pointed that out, because you can feel like a little bit like out of place, or like you're not doing something correctly if you're mispronouncing and you don't know, you're stumbling across words. And so I'm really glad you brought that up, because even I've felt that. I'm just sitting there looking around like, why does everyone know the words and I don't? And how do I get in with this, you know? And how are we on time, Juliana? Sorry, I just wanted to...
35 minutes.
Okay, great. Can you scroll down to Om Namah Shivaya?
Yeah.
Okay. This one is kind of like in between. It's a couple of lines. It's not the easiest, but it's also not the hardest. The next one is another chant to Shiva. And I'll go ahead and read it, the Sanskrit. Oh, Juliana, is it on your screen? Can you guys see it already?
Yes, Hara Hara Mahadev. Om Namah
Okay.
Shivaya. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Okay. So it's Hara Hara Mahadev Om Namah Shivaya. So Hara is just another way of calling Shiva. And Shiva is super powerful to call in, because Shiva is the face of us that is the remover or the destroyer, the god of destruction. And so when you call in Shiva, it's almost like you're calling in to get rid of anything that is just getting in your way of being your truest form of who you are at that moment, of who you want to be at the moment. So it's combined with Mahadev, which is just like it means Maha means great, and Deva means God. So it's just another way of continuing another title of Shiva. So Hara Hara Mahadev. So Shiva, the great God is basically what we're saying. And then the Om Namah Shivaya, Om, of course, the seed sound, and Namah Shivaya is you giving honor, just like Nama and Namaste, you're bowing. I bow, I honor the glory of Shivaya, Shiva, the great Lord of yogis and of transformation. So this is kind of lengthy to explain in a short yoga class, but I feel like when I'm teaching like a 90-minute, I need something to fill in a lot of the beginning, so or even the end. So I will go ahead and explain the entire thing, not just to fill time, but to fill their hearts, right? We want to pass on the devotion to finding our true guru and being our true guru. So this is kind of a nice way when you explain and introduce this mantra, just breaking it down word for word can be quite powerful for students to take with them. So this one you can do, this one I would say, once you hear me play it, you'll probably recognize that it does go along better with a melody. And there's a certain point where you can also just say Om Namah Shivaya as a short chant, and you don't need to say the entire thing. You can just give thanks to Shiva, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. That is a really short way of introducing that chant. And there are chants where they literally just repeat Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya over and over again. And that is still a very, very powerful way of chanting the mantra. Right now, I'll go ahead and play it with chords and introduce that melody that I have of it. Is the harmonium sounding clear enough? Okay. Om Namah Shivaya. Hara Hara Mahadev. Om Namah Shivaya. And then at this point, you can just continue even to call out Shiva. Shivaya. 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 Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Om Namah Shivaya. And this chord, which I'll teach you when I'm there, is also a really kind of familiar one and super easy to insert English words. So I was gonna just give you a little bit of an assignment, a homework assignment, so that when I do see you, you'll have a little bit of practice with writing your own mantra. And I feel like when you become a little bit grounded or a lot of bit solid in your practice, having your own mantra, and you probably already have one within you already, is really game changing when it comes to teaching and introducing mantra in your own classes. And I've seen other teachers who have created their own invocations, and you know, that's one of the beautiful things about yoga, is that it's our own path. So with the recording, I'm gonna play some chords for you, and hopefully you'll be able to find this to practice with or create your own words to. But I will play it right now and insert some English words that I've used, just a short version. That way you can have a sample of what I mean. Hara Hara Om Namah Shivaya. Tears of truth and endless bliss. We are divine consciousness. Shivaya, Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. So I just wanted to take a moment and check in with everybody. Is there any comments or questions, anything that I can answer further about anything? I have one more short chant in English, but I wanted to check in first before we go on to it.
I had one question. The chords that you play, are these chords that are part of the mantra? Are these chords you chose, or like, for example, if we were to play it on an instrument, do you have the chords that you use?
Yes, I have the chords and I have them on sheets. I thought it was best to send them later, but or bring them when I'm in person.
Yeah, that's fine. I just
I'm happy to share them with Juliana before then as well. So this was a chord that I just, I came up with this chord and it just felt right for me.
Mm-hmm.
But when I learned in my first kirtan training, all I did was practice the chords and notes that my teacher gave me. And once I got familiar with my harmonium or using a drum, I just started to make my own intonations and my own beats and my own melodies. So it just kind of comes to you. And I think the reason why it changes per person is because we all have different voices,
Mm-hmm.
So we want to work with our own gift.
Right.
It helps to imitate, just like it helps to imitate our teacher's yoga asana practice. And then you kind of mutate it into your own version.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very similar.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Just checking everyone out. Hi. So if there's no other questions, if you could go down to the next one, Juliana.
Sure.
The long one, but in English, super easy. Can everyone already access this last one? No?
Not yet. I was scrolling down to then share. Just a sec.
Okay.
I might have to stop the recording. It's giving me a little bit of a hard time. Hold on.
Okay. as English as my first language, it still resonates so much deeper for me. So I'm really glad that I shared this with you. And if you want to let Juliana know your preference, if you'd like more of a Sanskrit-based chanting when I come, or more of an English-based, yeah, please share that with her, because this is for you.
Someone recorded this one. Do you happen to know? I was in a yoga class once, and they played as a mantra with melody, and it was like so like heart opening. And I'm gonna try to find it. It's I think there is the melody, and then he's saying it. You see, so it's like a blend, and it's very touching. It's like, ooh, talking about opening the heart. So it's so beautiful. Yes, it's so beautiful to hear you. I can't wait to have you here with us, and just to take this glimpse into this so vast, so vast practice. Yeah,
It really is. It's just like us. There's so many layers to it. Well, thank you so much. I wanted to check in with you, Juliana, because I think you still have more class.
It's okay. We are. I'm just gonna check in with them, and I'll thank you so much for being here with us. And then let's see what the world will do, so that we can be safe to fly, for you to fly here and be with us. So she was supposed to be in June, but then obviously, and then we maybe August, right? By then things will be calmer, fingers crossed, and so that everybody, we can learn more and hear this beautiful voice. Once she asked me she came to the studio to do a workshop and to chant with her, but I couldn't. I just want to hear her. She says, let's sing. And I'm saying, sure. And I just quiet, and I couldn't, my voice didn't come. I just want to hear this angel voice, and I melted. So I look forward to having you again here. So thank you, Sus. Thank you so much. And guys, if you could stay just for a few, I just want to wrap up a little quickly. And
thank you.
Thank you. I'll see you soon, and be well, everyone.
Namaste, love.
Namaste.
I think we needed this, right? Some softening. That's what is coming to, right? And now it's time to teach and soften the heart. I just want to give this moment because I believe Pat was going to see if Elizabeth she can borrow the Yin Yoga book, and then if anyone has any questions, and then we can meet next Thursday and continue with our book. I'm gonna stop the recording.